everybody.
Hello.
I would like to start my presentation with a question. Do you know what this symbol means, stand for? Not Brazilians. Let's try, I don't know.
No.
Don't you know? Do you know? Carol? Gordon? Do you know? I'm disappointed.
Sure, not sure.
Do you know Felipe? MG?
UN?
Good. Thanks so much. Okay.
Did you press play?
So I would like to explain a little bit about UN. It's the United Nations, and whose stated aims are facilitating cooperation in international law, international security, economic development, social progress, and achievement of the world peace. They are really well known. And because of my major, I choose this guy as my role model. Do you know him? Well, he's Sergio Vieira de Mello. He was born in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, in 1948. The United Nations was founded in 1945, so 3 years before he was born. And he's an example and a model for me. My major is in international relations, and I think all the students of international relations, we think a little bit about him. So I will divide my presentation in 3 points. I will talk a little bit about him. I will talk about the recognition about his job, and why is he my role model. Well, he was born in Rio de Janeiro, as I said. His father was a diplomat, and usually in international relations, everyone that starts to study, they think about, oh, I want to be a diplomat. I didn't think about that, but well. So his father was a diplomat, so I'm sure his father influenced him about his major. Because of his father's major, in his childhood, he used to travel a lot. So he lived in Buenos Aires, Milan, Beirut, and Rome. And he studied philosophy in a university in Paris. I'm not sure which university, I'm sorry. But he was always engaged at movements since he was younger. So I'm sure it was in his blood, being engaged in movements. His first job was in Geneva as an officer of the United Nations High Commissioner Refugee, and later he helped many refugees in their civil wars around the world. He was he organized food aid, shelter, and other types of aid to refugees. He became the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights in 2002. So this is a little bit about him. And about his recognition is that he was a United Nations employee, and it's really hard to get in that kind of position. And he worked for the UN, United Nations, for more than 34 years, earning respect and praise around the world for his efforts and the humanitarian and political programs of UN. He received many awards and prizes for his work along his life. Unfortunately, he died in 2003, he was working in Iraq, and I don't know if you heard about the group Al-Qaeda.
Mm-hmm.
He was that because, well, he was working and Al-Qaeda didn't want like members of UN in their territory, so he was that. Why is he my role model? Well, after I explain a little bit about him and about the recognition, I would say that he's my model not just because he was working in UN, but because he tried. He tried to change the world in his way, and we have been studying like many things about how to be optimistic, how to try to change the world, he didn't wait. He did something. And I think everyone should do that. Everyone should do something. And he was not afraid or scared. Like he has, I read his book, not his book, but I think his ex-girlfriend that was at the day that he died. She wrote a book about his life, about his career, about everything. And she said that, of course, he had a passion that you can't see in many people. And probably he was born for this kind of job. And since he was younger, he was in movements, and he tried and he kept like all his life doing something for the world, not just for Brazil. And before he died, he was mentioned in some circles as a strong candidate for UN Secretary General, that is the highest position in UN. So I think we should be really proud, like Brazilians, that we could have a man like this guy, he could be like nowadays in a high position, and it would be great for Brazil, for our, and some Brazilians, we don't know about him. I didn't know his life and his history until I studied international relations, and I think we are losing something, and we should, remember him. And he tried to change the world a little bit, and probably he changed in his way. So that's it.